Are you in a pot boiling with water as every big tech company raises the heat more and more and more, pushing us into their own will and desire? I think we might be. Let's discuss. Thanks for checking out this video. Well, today I want to talk about what did big tech do to us? And the reason I want to say this is I switched to Linux about, I want to say that the first computer I put on there and ran Linux I ran Linux on one particular computer most of the time, goes back almost 6 or 7, maybe even 8 years at this point in time. In fact, I think it was 8 years. And then I slowly learned how to do more things and then slowly progressed. And the reason I did that is because I saw the writing on the wall, what Microsoft was doing. I saw that they were trying to force data collection. That was my biggest take. But then they started forcing things like OneDrive. I think it was called SkyDrive back in Windows 8, 8.0, 8.1. And then they really wanted everybody using that. And then, of course, they changed the name over there to OneDrive. And then this became this core factor of this Google Docs alternative called Office 365. And then it really wants to force everybody using that. They want us to have a perpetually connected computer to the internet and then forcing us slowly to all have a Microsoft account. And since Microsoft still accounts for the vast majority of desktop computer systems, we can assume that also the vast majority of the world is forced into using a Microsoft account. Well, I'm going to show you guys today because what's interesting is that I have not used Windows for so many years now that it's literally culture shock being submersed into the current Windows setup features and everything it wants to do, that the whole system itself, the point of an operating system is to give you the ability to work, okay, here's my tools. I need to start up my tools. I'm going to get my work done. Microsoft's operating system with Windows 11 is so in your face. You can't get things done because it's constantly distracting you. I get pop-up notifications from this side about use OneDrive, set things up, look at the benefits of Edge, and then this side sliding in. Some new House bill just passed. Hover over here to see the details. I'm in the middle of something. And then, of course, I'm getting on a little search bar. I'm getting the little brackets for March Madness. I do not care about March Madness. What is it? One more week before it's over. Praise the Lord. Okay, if you like sports and that's your thing, power be to you. But why is it embedded in my operating system that I can't get around it? The brackets are staring at my face when I'm trying to work. How do I know all this? Well, I just picked up this computer for a friend whose computer's on the fritz, and I said, you do not want Windows 11. He's like, why not? I'm like, it'd be easier to tell you why. Easier to tell you the antithesis of that. But what they've been doing is they've been really forcing us into these crazy things. In fact, it's so crazy that I bring this guy home. I factory reset it. I buy my computers at pawn shops and use systems. So I set it up and I'm like, okay, let's wipe this guy, restart it. Windows 11 Home Edition will not even let you set up the computer without the internet connection at all. Several questions are asked on Microsoft on Windows 11. This is the one of the more recent ones. Is it possible to set up my new Windows 11 Dell Latitude without the internet? Now they have a really weird way of doing this. So the first thing it says is, I would like to know how things are on your end. If you have any further concerns about this thread, please feel free to... What, are you assuming the person's offing herself with razor blades in the bathtub or something? What's going on? No, the actual answers are down here. So for all those people that are like, you got to switch to... You can't switch to Linux. You got to use all those terminal commands. Well, it turns out you have to boot up a terminal command in Windows to be able to bypass the internet requirement for Windows 11 Home Edition. I'm not going to belabor that point here because I'm going to show you me walking through 30 minutes of setting up a Windows computer and what happens. But I'm going to spend a little bit of time now telling you what the dangers are. What did they do to us? Well, first they're forcing us onto the internet. Then, of course, if you do have the internet set up, so if I were to sign onto the internet, now it'd be very difficult, if not impossible, to set up the Windows 11 computer without creating a new or signing into an existing Microsoft account. So they want us to be perpetually on the internet. And then they want us to be perpetually signed in with a company account, which allows them to log data. So I'm going to go in and look at all the settings, and all of your app settings by default are logging all of this data into the Microsoft account that they effectively strong-armed you into. Now, I set it up without it because I kind of know what I'm doing. But for the most part, it's going to set everything up and then sync all of this data about you into the confirmed account on their servers. So they're forcing you onto the internet and then forcing you to have an account. And inside of that forced account, now they have a running log of all this stuff that you do, say, search for, look for, attach for. And you can see these elements all throughout, fairly disorganized manner as I look around the system itself, just to see what you can do in the first original setup. Now, this actually allows them, though, to have an ongoing list of all information about you for when some 3-letter agency knocks on the door and says, hey, let me know everything you have about so-and-so and such and such. And then they, since they're forcing everybody on the internet and they're forcing everybody to have these accounts, they're able to say, oh, we have all this information collected from your Windows 11 operating system because you've never gone into the settings and turned a bunch of stuff off. And mind you, when I set this up, you'll see I have turned off every setting they gave me the option to turn off. Yet still, there are still a dozen or more settings that are equally disturbing that I had to go in and turn off later. Now, if that's not worse, they're constantly pushing you ads. Just in the half hour I was setting this up, we got ads for OneDrive. We got ads to improve our search with Bing. We've installed Firefox. And then we got something about some new House bill passes over here. And then we're getting March Madness stuff in the middle. It's crazy. But then a lot of the branding isn't like, don't show me ads. It's, do you want the ads we show you personalized with your data from your account? So they're gearing us up for this. So we have bought a computer which has a license fee. I set it up. You forced me to do all these things, and now you're still going to force ads all over my operating system. And it's becoming more and more apparent who is using Windows in their YouTube videos because of the number of Windows notifications I'm hearing as people are setting up their computers or basically doing their videos. We're getting constant pop-ups and constant distractions. The last thing you want when you're trying to be productive on an operating system. Now, to be fair, whenever I logged it in, it actually was logging me in every time with notifications on Do Not Disturb mode. I'm not sure if that was a regular thing or not. But we also talked about passkeys. They're trying to force us to use passkeys. When we got the system set up, it wanted us to use Windows Hello, log in with your fingerprint or your face print. And as it tried to do this, it's like the options are do it later. There was never ask me about this crap again. There was just do this later. Well, that is setting up passkeys. If you use Windows Hello, it's setting up passkeys. Well, if you have Windows Hello activated on your system and you have Chrome installed, now Google is going to force you to log into your Google account utilizing your Windows passkey system. All right. Now, this does carry with it a few extra added security benefits, but it also means that your passwords are becoming more and more irrelevant, and that is what they want. Because what's happening is you have passkeys stored in your Microsoft account, which if your computer dies and then you sign into your new computer with the same system, all those passkeys will transfer over. So in theory, you can get back into your Microsoft and your Google accounts easier with the transfer of that data, especially if you're cross-syncing it off of an authentication app on your phone. But what they're trying to do is they're trying to abolish passwords altogether. And they're trying to do so by forcing us to use passkey systems where I would have the option of doing passwords in the past. So they're forcing us down this hole. They're forcing us in this direction. What can we do about it? We can use Linux. We can go ahead and use Linux, where we have full control over our system. We have full control over the style, the design, the notifications, the internet connections, the accounts we sign up with, the accounts we don't. All of these are options that we have. And this is an important thing to keep in mind. So I'm going to talk about in a future video very soon, we're actually going to install Linux on this computer. I'm going to show you how to take your crappy Windows 11 evil spy system. I'm going to show you how to install Linux on that. But for now, watch me struggle through a setup of Windows 11. It's very fascinating. We'll see you guys at the other end. So I have a new computer here that I need to set up for somebody. And I was telling him, you do not want anything to do with Windows, Windows 11. And he is like, why is that? And I said, well, it doesn't really let you do much of anything without an internet connection. And so I said, well, I'll get you a computer and we'll put Linux on it. So I did buy this nice Dell Latitude. It is a beautiful computer. I'm kind of jelly because I want to keep this thing. But here we are on the original setup screen on Windows 11. Is this keyboard the right layout? Sure. Want to add a second keyboard? No, we'll skip that. Let's connect you to a network. Know that there is nothing here that says I don't have an internet connection. There's nothing down here. There's nothing anywhere. Literally, this device will not let you move on until you connect the internet. We are boiling in the pot right now. Now, those people, as I say, oh, I use Linux. Well, I couldn't do that. You need to use that command line stuff. Well, on Windows 11 Home, now, to be clear, Windows 11 Pro/Enterprise and the Education Edition, there still is the option to say proceed without an internet connection. But on Home, you don't have that option. But if I come down here and I hold Shift and push F10, I get a command prompt. And in my command prompt, I can type a command. I don't know if this is OOBE or 00BE. Like I said, I don't know if it's OOBE or I think it is. I think it's OOBE. And this is Windows, so it's going to be a backslash. And bypass NRO. This is going to reboot the system to allow us to bypass the internet connection. So you guys going, I can't use Linux. I'd have to use that terminal. Here you are setting up a computer without an internet connection. I have to enter a command on the terminal in order to set this thing up. And it looks like it's setting it up again. Now, what are they forcing us to do? Well, forced internet, for one. We'll happen to see if we can get connected and get this thing set up without actually creating a Microsoft account as well, because that's the next thing they want is a Microsoft account. Here it says, just a moment. It's setting itself back up. We look at the things that they're doing. Why are they forcing us to use an internet connection? Well, they want us to be forced to use an internet connection and forced to use a Microsoft account because it ties absolutely everything on that computer to what's going on inside the operating system. They can have a detailed log stored on the server. There's some person comes by and says, tell me everything about this guy. They got logs of about everything. So let's see if we can bypass it now. There you go. Now we have I don't have the internet connection. So now we can bypass that. So now we can actually skip that guy. We're going to continue with a limited setup. Right now, we have walked as far into the process of setting up a computer as we possibly can. So now you have to read all of this and approve this. You have to agree to everything they're doing. Look at this. Arbitration fees and payments, disputes involving $75,000 or less, you have to dispute. Within 1 year, you must file a small claims court. If you have conflict with rules, AAA commercial arbitration rules. You got governing laws, of course. This basically means that, anything they do, they can hand up to you. A friend of mine was telling me the other day that he had to buy a codex to be able to edit a video. Sure, let's accept this nonsense. Not that I do. We'll call this guy Evil Spy. Enter a password. Let's just give it Evil Spy. Make sure I type that right. There you go. Confirm password, Evil Spy. Oh, security questions. Evil Spy. Next. Oh, I have to enter them all? Oh, I guess, okay. I guess I have to enter all these things here. Evil Spy. Evil Spy. Now that's actually true. What was my childhood nickname? That might actually be true. All right. Okay. We want to use your face to sign in faster. Use fingerprint instead. No! No! Now, fortunately, this computer actually has a little toggle button up here at the top somewhere, and I believe it's up here somewhere. It allows you to turn on and turn off the camera. It's somewhere over here. There it is. Look at this terrifying thing. Yes, up, skip for now. No. Location, no. Find my device, no. Diagnostic data, no. Of course, send only information about your device, its setting and capabilities, whether it's performing properly, diagnostic data used to set up and keep Windows secure and up to date, troubleshoot problems. So required only, basically. So I can do full or required only. So I cannot tell the thing never, ever send any data to Microsoft. Can't do that. Inking and typing. This is literally saying it's going to literally record how I type, how I write, and send this data up to Microsoft for their apps. Tailored experience. Let them use your diagnostic data, excluding information about websites you browse, to offer personalized ads. I don't want any ads. Advertising ID. Apps can use advertising ID to have more personalized. So there's nothing to say, don't show me ads in this new computer. It's all, do you want your ads personalized? Now, I have to either accept learn more for information. Let's go ahead and hit that learn more button. So this is all of the stuff that you are agreeing or disagreeing to. Curiously, I've actually literally read most of this stuff in my past. I'm not going to read it again now. Things might have changed since I read it last. Okay. So let's go back down to the bottom, hit accept. Now it's going to restart our system again. Now, with this forced internet connection, forced attachments, forced account logins, it has a detailed and segmented approach to everything that we are doing on the internet. Now, what other issues does this leave us with? Well, number one, they're talking about this abolishment of passwords. We want to use passkeys. Now, passkeys can be more secure. There is an advantage to using passkeys when they're done right. The problem is right now the most common implementation of all passkeys are passkeys buried within my Microsoft account, passkeys buried within my Apple account, and passkeys buried within my Google account. If you do not want to use big tech, you have a harder time with passkeys. Now, you can use passkeys with a YubiKey, and I'd encourage everybody to pick up some YubiKeys. Get at least 2. Anything that can use a YubiKey, you should be using a YubiKey. You should have at least 2 on anything. So if one of them gets lost or broken, you still can access your account with those. Now, KeePass XC can now manage passkeys for things requiring website access. So that is in and of itself a neat thing. But the problem is, if I want to use passwords, they're making it a lot more difficult. Here's pinned, all apps. Of course, it's not connected to the internet. So you see all these blocks here. This is all the stuff that would be filled in with the internet stuff. So here is Windows 11. There's Microsoft Edge. Here's your Windows Store. Oh, we can't check our connection. Here's our notification area. Microsoft Teams is now configured to run when you log in. Oh, thank you for that update. I'm not interested in using Microsoft Teams. All right, let's do something dangerous. We're going to plug this guy into the internet. That looks like it's working. Here we are. Now we have the internet. Now we've done a dangerous thing and we've put Windows 11 onto the internet. So now it's doing crazy things. Here you go. Here's that pin now. Look at this. This is the new Outlook. It requires the internet connection to check your email. There is no using this application without the internet. Like Paint Paint wasn't even showing up. Grammarly, yeah, I don't want any of this crap. Neo AI photo editor. There you go. Welcome to Windows. Let's go ahead and do something fun here. We're going to, oh, look, it just gave us a bunch of crap just showed up. Oh, search NCAA's basketball champion. No, I have zero interest. Oh, look at this. Create an account. I don't want to create an account. No. Can I move beyond this? No, I don't want to create an account. Kill Edge. Kill Edge. Unpin. Close window. Dude, I can't get around this thing. No, I don't want to. Okay. Oh, hold on. There's a button. Start without your data. I didn't see that. My apologies if you guys were yelling at me on the screen. Hey, this is the first time I've ever set up a Windows 11 computer. What am I confirming? Enjoy uninterrupted browsing data by Microsoft Edge. No, I don't want to sign in. Sign into Google. No. Make your Microsoft experience more useful to you. Learn more. Sure, Edge browsing activity. So it's going to store all of my browsing activity to give me more personalized ads. I don't want ads. Welcome to, oh, your AI-powered browser. That's all I want. AI-powered crap. All right, let's go ahead and download a better browser. Of course, it does give us issues when we try and download another browser. Last I knew, let's see. Download should begin automatically. Oh, look at this. Breaking news. House passes. It's giving me like news updates. No, I don't want this crap. Get this crap out of here. Oh, I hover over that. Yeah, okay. Let's open the installer for Firefox. Yes. Is now installing Firefox. Look at this. I have this sports crap. Okay, I care nothing at all about sports. I don't want crap related to sports. You see, I want my operating system to just be an operating system. I want it to just be there, ready for me to give it an input. That is how much we have been boiled down. So let's continue on our discussion. Constant ads. If we set this thing on for about an hour, we're going to get constant advertising. It's going to be pushing us more ads than we'd ever want to see in our life. It's going to give us constant pop-ups like this guy here. Like, can I get rid of this thing? Can anybody tell me, can I get rid of this thing? I can't left click it to get rid of anything. I can't, like, I want to get rid of that crap. Can I? Task manager. Let's see if I can. Okay, that's just how our system resources are going. Taskbar settings. All right, let's take this off. Task view. Okay, here's widgets. Oh, good. The widgets turns that crap off. Chat, turn that crap off. Other system tray icons. Okay, that's all fine. Taskbar behaviors. That's all fine. Okay. All right, we're going to set it as default. Save and continue. Would you like to pin Firefox? Sure, let's pin Firefox to our taskbar. I'm not going to import anything. We're going to skip this step. Skip this step. Even Firefox is starting to get nonsense. Okay. So, of course, you can walk through my Firefox hardening guide if you want to know how to make Firefox a little bit better hardened. All right, close that nonsense. Let's see if I can unpin this. Okay. It's Windows. We can just use the trash option. I forgot that was a thing. There we are. Let's start up Firefox. Okay, so it seemed to allow me to install Firefox without any issue. I wonder if I can get the sports crap out of my start bar. Can I just get rid of this stupid search bar? My lord. Like a zombie. March Madness. Bunch of nonsense. So here's that. There's nothing there. Networking and setting. Let's just turn off Wi-Fi. Here's your personalization. There you go. So you can change your personalization. Here's your accounts. So of course, so let's go ahead. Here's what we're going to do now is I'm going to show you what happens here because I can't remember for sure. No updates available. That's good news. We're going to go ahead and shut the system down, and then we are going to restart it. And we're going to see what it does if we restart the system now, this time connected to the internet. While it's restarting, Windows does give us constant ads. Some of those, it tries to do things to make them personalized, but we've turned that off, but it's still going to give us ads. It's still going to be like, hey, use Office 365 or set up this app or try that. It might give us constant pushes to use Edge because we're using Firefox. It's going to do those types of things. It's forcing us to use passkeys. It's forcing us to tie all of our logins into the big tech companies. And this is in and of itself a problematic thing. All right, let's see. There we are. Let's enter Evil Spy. So we still have that. Everything's good there. Here's notifications. There's Windows Security. It's giving us that update. And here is, let's go ahead and have a brief look at our store. Let's see if we have to sign in to install applications from the store. Let's see. I don't like Photoshop, so let's see if GIMP is available in the store. Here you go. GIMP app in the store. Provided by GIMP. Install. Let's see if it lets us install something without an account. Looks like it might. That's actually good. I was actually expecting us to be required to use an account. Here's your startup stuff here. See if I can change that search bar. That still annoys the hell out of me that they're giving me basketball sports brackets in my search bar. Excuse me. Do you not realize some people don't really like that stuff? Even if I gave it personalized stuff, it'd be like, oh no, let's do that because everyone's doing that. Can I even just take the whole search bar off? Let's see if I can do that. Icon only? Yeah, let's just get rid of it. All right, I think that was good there. Let's have a look at our privacy and security settings. Here's your Windows security. That's just fine. Let's see. Can I go back? Thank you. Here's your general stuff. So here's on. Let websites show me locally relevant content. So all this stuff was turned on. No. Let Windows improve start searches by tracking app launches. No. Show me suggested content in Settings app. No. Show me notifications in the Settings app. No. So we'll get rid of some of those advertisings. Here's speech related stuff. So we have that off. That was one of the things we turned off when we started it up. Look at this custom inking. Use my typing history and handwriting patterns to create a custom dictionary. We turned off the inking stuff, if you'll remember. Diagnostics and feedback. Once you delete your data here, we start removing copies from our systems. If you have a Microsoft account, you might have additional diagnostic data you can delete. So now I can request them to delete data from their servers about my computer, despite I don't want them to have that anyway. So here's privacy resources. All right, let's see. activity history, store my activity history, jump back to where you were doing something. That could be useful for some people. We'll go ahead and leave that on for now. Search permissions. So here's your safe search. Don't filter adult content, moderate, strict. I think that's fine. Windows search will provide results from apps and services that you are signed into with your Microsoft account. So if you sign into something, now it's literally by default, unless you've gone into your settings and turned that off, it's now storing information about other apps with your Microsoft account. Allow Windows search to provide results from the apps and services you are signed into with your work or school account. So in other words, we know what you're doing across multiple different accounts. Search history, let's turn that off. And so show search content suggested. Maybe that was the crazy sports crap. And no offense if you don't like sports. If you like sports, enjoy. But the problem is, why is it pushing something like that as if everybody in their world wants to see it? I don't. I think it's clutter, and I don't like anything that's in any way cluttered. Allow notification. Allow apps like remote desktop to set this device's location. No. Let's see, camera. Here's camera access. Okay, let me see. Is there a camera app on here? Okay, and we're keeping that on for a very good reason. Let camera access your microphone. No, we're not going to allow them to do that. But if I'm not mistaken, I do believe this guy here. So this computer here has a little microphone or a little camera cover, so you don't have to put a piece of tape over there. Now, there's still a proximity sensor here, which allows the computer to automatically turn on once you do that. But there you go. There's your camera access. We'll go ahead and turn the camera access off. Here's your microphone access. So look at this. By default, Cortana, Microsoft Store, all these things are listening to what's going on my microphone by default, unless you go in here and do this. Here's voice activation. Okay, fortunately that's turned off. Let apps access your notifications. So do you want apps to annoy you? Like that. Look at that. We just got a little pop-up ad there. Hey, turn on Windows backup. Yeah, no. Jesus. See, that's the type of stuff I don't want. Like, I'm in the middle of doing something. All of a sudden, I get a pop-up notification. You're watching somebody's over here recording a video. Now, fortunately, I'm recording the video actually on Linux. But you're recording a video here on Windows, and all of a sudden, you get a notification, and everybody listening to your video now hears you get a notification. So that is the type of stuff that is insanely annoying. Phone calls, phone call access. Anyone using this device can choose if their apps can make phone calls on this device. I don't know if this thing has a SIM card capabilities. Here's contacts. What do you want accessing your contacts? See, radios. Anyone use this can choose if their apps have access to control radios. So Wi-Fi chips and things like that. Bluetooth, Wi-Fi. Your documents, document folders, file system, screenshots with apps. Okay, so that's fine there. Here's your gaming stuff. Here's your accounts. Of course, sign into Microsoft to get the most out of Windows. No. But so far, it looks like it's not going to have a problem with me using this local account. But we'll see. I'd have to use the computer for a while to figure that out. And you better believe I'm going back to my Linux system here. Oh, look at this. View benefits of Office 365. No. All right, let's see their benefits. There you go. So it is, it is actually using, I'm surprised though, it is actually now using Firefox. So you can see here, if we hit help, you can see it is actually using Firefox, so that's good. All right, so I was actually surprised. Usually these system things, I think they got threatened with antitrust, but anything internally here used to open Bing regardless, used to open Edge, even though the systems were set to default somewhere else. All right, let's see. GIMP. Here's the GIMP app. I'm really curious. Let's see if they have LibreOffice in here. Oh, look at that. They might have LibreOffice. I'm actually surprised they have that. Oh, no, you got to pay for it, though. Okay. How about Apache only Office? Or Open Office? Okay, I can do Open Office. Good compromise if you don't need a ton of stuff going on. I'll pin that to start. So that will appear down here. I wonder if I can move that up. Can I move that up? Yeah, let's unpin Office. It's nonsense. Unpin Xbox. All right, there we are. There we are. Well, we got GIMP from the store. That was good. We can do Open Office. We can't do LibreOffice. Let's see if OnlyOffice is in here. And no, I'm not searching for OnlyFans. Oh, Office document. Oh, Office document. There you go. We have WPS. Not my favorite, but we do have WPS. So WPS is free. Open Office is free. So you have some of those options there. All right. So there is our basic setup here on this thing here. There's that's OneDrive. Here's other things here. Here's Windows Security's asking for actions. It wants us to sign in to Microsoft for enhanced protection. It's telling us to set up OneDrive for virus threat protections for some reason. So you can see it's really is trying to force us in many ways possible to sign into an account. There we have it. We got another one popped up. What was that one for? Customize your browser. No. Lord help us. All right. So there you have it, guys. Me setting up a Windows 11 computer in all of its raw joy and glory. Isn't that amazing? Well, guys, if you like this channel, definitely hit that subscribe button. If you're not already subscribed, leave us some comment, like the video, and we'll see me wipe this guy out in a future video. But if you have not set up a Windows 11 computer yet, that's what you have in store for you. With that, guys, thanks for watching, and we will see you all next time.